Hey you guys, what's going on? It's Naresh and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, but I'm back now and there's been a few changes around here. I got a new channel art and I also got a new profile picture and I got a new tagline for this channel. It's called Energía. Energía means energy in Spanish, and it's because I feel that having the right energy is important for the world, especially now in the year 2021, and even in 2020 the world has been in a very awful place, I would say. And we need good energy out there. We need good, strong, positive energy out there to help people make decisions. Because if you think about it, what is energy, right? Energy is what gives life to things. Energy is what gets us out of bed every morning. Energy is what allows us to do things that we want to do, or experience things that may not be good for us but will teach us in the right way. And that's why I feel like having the right energy will put you on the right track and fill you with purpose. And having no energy, or even worse, the wrong energy, will lead you down a very, very bad path. But in today's video, let me just make sure, it's going to be called "You Do Not Need the Modern World." And when you hear that, that's kind of crazy, right? You think, well, Naresh, the modern world is important. It gave us instant communication, it gave us internet access, it gave us transportation so we can get to work and hang out at places and do all kinds of crazy stuff like that. I get that. There's a lot of positives about the modern world, and hell, I'm living in it right now, so I have no room to talk about all the stuff that I take for granted that I think is bad, because it's not. But what I feel is the worst thing about the modern world is the destructive social media and tribalism is what's getting to us. What I mean about destructive social media is you see things that are good and you interpret that as your life isn't good enough and this person is better than you, therefore you should spend your energy and time following them instead of following yourself. So if you ever heard of people getting so addicted to social media, like they're always on their phone, on social media, keeping up with their friends, what they're doing, which is maybe they're on vacation, maybe they just got a good job, maybe they had a really positive life event, and it's within their right to share it to the world because they feel positive about what they've done. And more power to them. I'm happy for them if that happens. But it's on the receiving end of social media where this can go both ways. You can have people that interpret it normally and just say, oh, congratulations, good for you. But there's also people out there that will take that and, they might seem on the outside like they're congratulating, but they feel this kind of deep resentment inside because they kind of wish that was them in some sort of way. And what do? They fill that void by scrolling on social media to keep finding things that make them feel better. And when you realize that it just makes you feel bad, as soon as it starts making you feel better. And that's really because it's designed to be addicting. There's always something on social media that's supposed to grab your attention. And not saying that that's a bad thing. Obviously social media is a business for a lot of people and they need to grab people's attention. But, if it's not making you feel good, I don't think that you should be on it. I think that you should take a break, like maybe take like a week break or a month break, or take a break for a while and see how it makes you feel. Excuse me. If it makes you feel good, that's awesome, man. Just go through your life without social media and see how it makes you feel. If you start missing it, and you feel like you're ready to go back, just try it out again, and if it makes you feel bad, come back out. And you have to have a really serious talk with yourself about, do I really need this? Is this really worth it? And I'll give you a perfect example. When I was promoting my YouTube channel, which I really wanted to do this thing, I really wanted this to be a success. And I did everything that I possibly could. I tried to tell myself, hey, I'm not gonna script these videos. I'm gonna do them properly. I wasn't in the right mental state of mind. I didn't have the good energy with me. So I kind of just did it out of routine. I kind of had to make a habit out of it because I had to do this. I had to do this rather than saying I wanted to do this. And it boiled up in me to the point where I got upset because I wasn't getting the views that I was expecting, and I wasn't getting the engagement that I was expecting. And I even did a poll on Instagram, and it turns out that only 2 people voted on that poll, which was kind of disappointing. But I made this decision that I would just take a break. And it was a while. Like, I had to find myself, and I had a really serious conversation about myself. I was like, okay, my life was better without social media in it. So what I did was I did what I said. I took a break from social media. I haven't used it in over a month now, and I'm feeling happier because I feel like I'm in control of my own life now, and all of my decisions aren't based on somebody else. I can't look up to anyone else because I don't have instant access to a lot of people instead of my mom and my dad, bless their heart. So just keep in mind social media, and if it affects you in a negative way, like it makes you resentful, it makes you jealous, or it makes you any of those kinds of feelings or feel those kinds of ways, maybe it's not for you and you should get off it, or at least take a break a little bit. The next thing I want to talk about is tribalism. We get corrupted into following and taking sides in drama that do not affect our daily lives, and it's like a prison. And most of the time, it ends up corrupting your daily lives. Politics separates families at the dinner table. World events really mess with your mental health and strain, and it also makes you view the world as it's out to get you. And healthy people can distinguish between online and real life worlds. Both of these things are bad, but it's important to know that these things aren't permanent. If you go online and you suffer from tribalism, whether you're pro-right, whether you're pro-left, whether you're pro-abortion or against abortion, whether you're into any of those things, it's important to know that whatever you believe, you should believe it. And just straining yourself online, just trying to debate tons and tons of people, is putting a lot of strain on your mental health. I'm not saying that you should not open up and you should not get different points of views about things, because that's really important in becoming a man, in becoming a woman, in becoming a fully grown adult human being. It's important to get both sides of the story so you don't fall into this trap of tribalism. The internet has created a place where you can stay with your clique or your group, and it's not good. Some of these groups are really dangerous, like the incel group, which all they do is just hate women. Think for yourselves and don't put anyone down because they may think different from you. In extreme cases, if they are sacrificing human life and decency, of course, you have to defend yourself and defend the people that you love from crazy people. But don't feel like when you're ever online, please don't get into that tribalistic mentality, because I promise you it's going to bleed into your real life, and you might ruin some relationships because of that. And just like I said before, normal people can distinguish between the online life and the real life, and it's important to know and to use which is which. So just be responsible, do not take sides, do not be jealous and resentful. And if there's one thing I know about the modern world, that's also is that it gives everyone more opportunity and more fortune and more of anything in the world that you could ever ask for. Life is better than it's ever been, and I wouldn't want to live in any other time besides now. But we also have to remember we are the human race, and we need to take care of ourselves and make sure that we don't go extinct either by, some external forces like a 70 million pound rock deciding, yeah, hey, I want to crash into this big earth rock today and see what happens. Or I don't want to I don't want the world to destroy itself either in another world war, God forbid, or something, so just take care of yourselves, guys. Don't be resentful on social media. If you need a break from it, take a break from it or leave it. It's fine. You don't really need it in your life. And anyways, and just don't become so tribal. Always be kind to people. Have human decency, even in an online environment, because we're all humans. We're all in this together. We all have to suffer together. And let's just make it the best that we can, okay? Okay. That is the end of this video. If you guys liked it, that's awesome. If you guys feel free to subscribe, I enjoy that even more. That would make me very, very happy. That's it, guys. Be strong, be yourself, and most of all, stay happy. Okay, guys. See you later.